Okay, we are going live. There we go. We are live. Cool. We have quite a few people already waiting. So, hi Cheryl. Hi Isa. We've got Tony with us, and we are happy to announce that Tony now has a plane ticket back to Ukraine. Hang on. There we go. Yeah. So that is awesome. I don't know if you can see this, Tony, but this is my laundry rack, okay? But getting in touch with the Christmas cheer. These are wool socks. So these are Christmas stockings. And yeah, yeah, they're warm as hell. And the way I'm buying these, so they're really cheap, or they're much cheaper. Here, I'll leave this one up. They're cheaper here than they are in the rest of Ukraine, because in the Carpathians, there's a lot of sheep, there's a lot of wool growing, and there's a whole industry of like manufacturing these. So they have factories here. These are like locally produced socks, and these ones here. So these are like merino wool. This is cashmere wool socks, dude. And so the way you can wear these, I mean, you can wear these by themselves, or you can take this one and put it inside of this. If it's really cold. You might need bigger shoes.
Yeah, bigger shoes for sure.
Yeah, but this is what a lot of guys are doing out there in the wintertime, out on the front. So they have their winter shoes are like one size too big, and then they wear two pairs of socks inside. So yeah, it's and so they got. I mean, I went and just raided the shops all around just in this area, because this is like the big touristy area where people come here from all over Ukraine to buy these wool socks. So these are the handmade ones, and you can see here. I'm gonna make this all big here, and you can see that they're like really. I mean, they're kind of rough and fuzzy. They're a little more scratchy. I mean, but these ones here are like, they're just, I mean, like, you can barely tell that they're wool. They're like super, super soft. And then there are they had some that are made out of, like, this is supposed to be made out of wolf hair, or I guess, and this one too. So these ones are both made out of dog hair. Like 60% and 70% like husky or whatever kind of dog these are, some kind of breed of dog. And it's weird because I have an old pair of boots from the Soviet Union that are like super, super warm. They're like Soviet Union army boots, and they have wolf fur. They're lined literally with wolf fur. It's wild.
It sounds wild.
Yeah, and so the top part is lined with sheep wool, and then the bottom part is lined with wolf fur. So it's very interesting. So let's talk about this group. Shere Khan, hey, there's the man. The man who's making it happen. Shere Khan, thanks for coming. So, yeah, all right. So tell us, Tony, everything that you want to, or everything that you can. Tell us about your ticket to go back.
Well, it's paid for by a person that's in the group. It's for February
awesome.
And I don't want to do too much more.
Sure. Yeah, February, that's enough. That's good too, because if you tried to buy it any sooner than that, the price would be crazy high too.
Well, I just wanted to also have enough time where I could save money.
Yeah. So they're going to put you in another unit. Is that going to be in a different part of the... Do you know?
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
The way he's talking.
Who is?
The commander.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant like right now. He's talking right now? I can't hear him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Voices.
I was listening. I was like, really? I can't hear him. Oh, fuck, man. My brain. Yeah, so that's cool. So that's going to be great, Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I think, they'll probably make better use of your snipering, maybe.
I think I have an idea about one or two places where I'm going to be at.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wait and see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So we have in our group, we've got a guy who he goes by the name Orsis. I believe he's Turkish. I've been talking to him online. He's on the front line near Klashivka right now, as I recall. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But he just commented and said, he said, Tony, if you are coming back, they'll put you in another group because many old groups split. So,
But that makes sense because some of the people I stay in contact with said they are no longer where we was.
Yeah.
That they was in the Sumy district or Sumy Oblast.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the houses that they take pictures at or inside doesn't match the houses that I've been in.
That makes sense.
So,
That makes sense. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's pretty normal. I would say natural. It's to get moved around. I've even heard some folks like who had command positions in the army. It's good to move guys around because when they get too comfortable in a place, your mind just naturally starts to get kind of a little bit lazy. It's just a natural thing that happens, and it's tougher to keep watch of everything.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So that is super awesome, and so basically where the fundraiser is right now. And by the way, for everybody, I'm gonna show the screen here. So where the fundraiser is right now, we've raised a little bit over $650 bucks for Tony, and I'm gonna share my screen with you, Tony, so you can see what I'm showing to everybody else. And eventually, I'm gonna get this figured out so that I'm gonna get my screen sharing and live streaming. Hope maybe this week. Okay, anyway, now you can see what we're looking at, Tony. So this here, we've had 656 dollars donated, plus Shere Khan,
Thankfully he did.
yeah, paid for a full ticket. So then that ticket is from the U.S., where you are in the U.S., Tony, to Warsaw, I guess. Krakow. Right. Yeah. Yes. Orsis just asked if you're coming over Poland. And yeah, and Orsis is literally on the front line. He just said, we just stopped their counterattack. They lost 2 APCs, and probably is it 56 less orcs or 5 to 6? I don't know. It could be both. But yeah.
56 sounds a whole lot better. I mean, well, actually better than 5 to 6, but 56 is normally about the losing rate for a battle.
Yeah. Yeah, and so he's under pretty regular attack, you know, and his whole team, they're live streaming some of our pro-Ukraine YouTubers, you know, when they're like in the trenches, and they're like, oh, Orsa said it was 5 to 6. Anyway, so you know, just for morale purposes, if nothing else, you know. So you're become, and then so the ticket from America to Poland is covered. And then the additional that we've raised, the amount that we've raised, and you know, maybe I don't know if we need to raise more, $650. That will cover your additional costs with traveling.
I figured, like I said earlier, I rounded everything up, like way up, like from the plane ticket from Krakow to Yeshov is $139, but I rounded up to $150. And then the bus rides were total going to be around 30.
Yeah.
I rounded it up to 50. Just to be on the same
It's
side.
a good idea always, because there's always going to be extra costs, you know, as you're going along. Something or another is going to happen. Yeah.
200 for the traveling down to where I needed to go. Now I've been looking at hotel rooms, which it'd be all right.
Yeah.
Everything should be good.
Yeah.
With what I'm making, well, what I'm gonna contribute to myself and that money, it should be plenty enough.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Orsis says, so he's Turkish. He came on a boat from Istanbul to Odessa. So he said you can fly into Istanbul and take a boat to Odessa. That's amazing. That's I don't know. I'd be afraid of the Russian missiles, and they keep threatening to attack. I mean, for exactly that reason, they're afraid of soldiers on boats around Odessa. But he also said bring your own med pack. I mean, yeah. Did you guys have any when you were out there? Did you have any? Did you have?
Yeah, I had an iPad that was provided to me.
Okay. Yeah. Orsis has been saying that out there where they are, they've been running out of tourniquets and other, medical stuff to stop bleeding and whatnot. And in fact, so on my website here, I've got a thing where you can order a tourniquet, and this week I've got the first. We got the first order of tourniquets a couple of weeks ago. I mean, the orders were placed. I'm expecting a tourniquet to arrive this week, and I want to verify, the quality. And hey, Oksana, I want to verify the quality, and then if it's good, then I'll order more. And I told Orsis if he can, get in touch with me directly, get me, whatever's the closest Nova Postia or Ukropostia to wherever he's at, and I will, do like a fundraiser for tourniquets specifically for his unit. That makes sense. Yeah. So. Yeah, cat tourniquet. Yeah, Issa, the one from Israel that's coming. That's right. And yes, cat tourniquets, and then there's another kind of tourniquet. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's equally as good. It's also used by NATO. It just has a different name. I can't remember what. Yeah, there's cat tourniquets. Cat tourniquets are kind of in short supply, but there's another tourniquet type that is also used by NATO, and it's a little bit wider, I guess, but it's just as good. I have been reluctant to buy tourniquets here in Ukraine. I've been trying to order them from outside of Ukraine. Orsa says also please some beer. They don't got beer in your town, man? I suppose not in Klishivka. It's probably a bit far from beer. Oh, Cheryl, Dnipro? You mean Dnipro tourniquets? I really appreciate if you could put a link to those in our chat. I'd really, really appreciate it because I need to find quality. I've been reluctant for a couple of reasons, not just because of quality, but also Kolo charity in Ukraine. Oh, Shere Khan, Orsis is giving you some instructions. Here, no, scratch that, reverse that. Shere Khan is telling you something, Orsis. It says, contact Kolo charity in Ukraine, tell them you need med supplies, and they'll square you away. Yeah, there are a lot of charities out there who can do that, and so it's good. It's good that. Oh, Secular Sakai, thank you very much. $1.99, man, thanks. One Isa just said, being from Germany, sending that stuff should be my call. That would be great. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, yeah, Kolo. All right, so Kolo charity. Okay, I will check them out as well, Sherkan, because I want to buy them from my Shopify, on my Shopify, and have people be able to. And I want to make that process. I want to make that process as automatic as possible, with the least amount of interference from me. In other words, literally, no joke, if I die, I want my website to still operate and people will still be able to buy stuff. That's the automation level that I'm trying to get to. So, okay, Shere Khan, good to know. Will do. But as of right now, the way it's going to work is, it's just taking too long to order tourniquets from outside of the country, and the shipping cost is freaking ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm looking up on Amazon right now.
Yeah. It would be a really good idea for you, Tony, to take a few tourniquets with you if at all possible, because the shipping, like the cost of a tourniquet can be anywhere from like $35 up to $50 or $60. So average of $40, okay? But the shipping cost from America to Ukraine is $30. That's ridiculous. And then I ordered one from Israel, and it's taken more than 2 weeks now. It's still not even here. And I mean, the shipping cost was less, but Jesus Christ. So I'm going to do the thing that everybody does here the issue is credit card processing. Getting my American credit card processed here in Ukraine, it's fine if I physically go to a shop and I have my Google Pay or whatever. That's fine. That works just fine. I tested it today. What I wanted to do was to be able to order these like automatically from my Shopify, and then have them just automatically get ordered from wherever I need with no human interaction whatsoever. Once I verified the quality, I just want it to just go. Unfortunately, it looks like somebody is going to have to, physically, PayPal works. I just want to make it automated. You know what I mean? PayPal has high fees though. That's why I'm doing the Shopify thing, because the Shopify fees are lower, much lower, like a lot lower, like 2% or even less. And the nice thing about Shopify is everything gets tracked, every penny, every kopinka, and there's a lot of accounting tools that I can use, or an accountant can use if I get to that point of needing an accountant, to be able to track where everything's going and every last penny, every kopinka, as we say. Basically the way it's going to work is I'll order these tourniquets locally. Yes. Yeah, you're right, Issa. You're right. That's exactly what I want to do, but Ukraine is just not equipped for that kind of web service automation, unfortunately. So for right now, like these socks, okay, I had to physically go to a shop and buy them, and then I'm going to physically put them in the mail myself and mail them to right now I'm planning to mail them to the commander of the Legion. Okay, so that the new trainees who are going out to the who probably they're coming from all over the world, and they're going out to fight in the trenches, and half of them, they're coming from like Mexico or Colombia or like, Tony's coming from a warm part of the United States. Not all of them are going to be prepared, So I think it's important. But also to people like Orsis or Tony, wherever he's going to be, I want to be able to send these, not just socks, okay, but tourniquets, other things as close to the units as possible, and so that, so like Tony, if you message me, you're out there in the field and you're like, hey, we need this, right? I want to be able to, I'll say, okay, where's your nearest Ukroposhta? Where's your nearest Nova Poshta? And then, okay, you can go pick it up in 3 days or whatever. That's what I want to do. And I don't know how you feel about this, Tony. How do you feel about sending, stuff, whatever it is, okay? Could be socks, could be drones. What do you think, how do you feel about sending stuff to somebody like you, like a guy who's actually, in the trenches, versus a commander? An officer. What do you think about? That's one of the things I'm thinking about.
Directly, well, I don't know. A soldier out there on the front line would know what he needs.
Yeah.
Versus an officer behind the line knowing what he needs.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but I don't know. To me, I'd rather choose on. That's just. If I had to order it, I'd order it myself instead of because I know exactly what I want
Yeah.
or what I need instead of a one-size-fits-all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because what might work in a different position might not work in the position I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess it would be on a individual basis, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of having that kind of granularity, where that's one of the things I think would be really awesome to be able to provide, is to be able to have individual soldiers or individual units go on and say, hey, we need this right now. And have people be able to click on it, boom, and it sends and it goes. And it my personal feeling is that I trust soldiers on the ground more than I trust officers and commanders. I'm sure there's a lot of good officers and commanders out there, but I can also tell you that in the Legion, people you and I both know have told me repeatedly that there are officers in the Legion who are questionable.
That's not even just downright not suited to be in the position that they are in.
Yeah. And this has been well reported in the news. I'm sorry, my hair is driving me crazy today. This has been well reported in the news, and lots of Legionnaires ever since the beginning of. I think it's actually getting better, but we saw it. I saw it, and I was told. I mean, my very first day in the barracks, I had several people come up to me and tell me stories of officer corruption and officers getting stuff from charities and then selling it, and then they show up the next day with a new car, or they don't know what happened to it. The stuff just disappeared, and someone who you and I know, Tony, was telling me their safe house where they were with their commander got hit with artillery. And
hold on 1 second.
Go ahead. That's all right. Or says, wait, you're a lieutenant. Okay, I want to know. We need to talk then, man, because I had been under the understanding that only, or with very rare exception, that only Ukrainians could be lieutenants, lieutenant rank and above. Or it says, please correct me on that. If that, this is something I really want to know about, because everything I've heard up until now has been that only Ukraine, and that this is certainly what I've heard in the Legion. So, okay, so Orsis is a lieutenant. He's first lieutenant, but he's Turkish. He's Turkish. I think I'm right about that. He's Turkish. So that's very interesting.
I was under the impression also that you couldn't move up in rank if you wasn't a Ukrainian.
Yeah, or at least you couldn't move up above sergeant. Essentially, that was my understanding. So, Or says, I'm very curious now. I want to know more.
Yeah, tell us the secret.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, not like I want to be an officer, but I just think that I've heard so many stories, not just from foreigners in the Legion, but from Ukrainian soldiers themselves complaining about their officers. Okay. So Orsis says, well, my real rank was captain in the army. So you were in the Turkish army, I'm guessing. So he's captain in the Turkish army. They made me squad leader because I can speak Russian too, but they gave me the rank of lieutenant. That is very interesting.
That's why he could speak Russian.
That makes sense. Well, okay.
Well, I mean, more power to him. I'm trying to learn Ukrainian.
Yeah, розумію трохи українською, you know. It's I'm learning. Okay, that makes sense. It's from a coordination perspective. Yeah, I mean, I totally understand that. It's not like I'm, like angry about like why can't I be an officer? I just no, I'm like not even thinking about that. No, it's just I've heard just a lot of stories, and actually I think I get the impression that a lot of the bad officers in the Ukrainian army have now either gotten kicked out or gotten the training that they needed over the past year. That's the impression that I'm getting from the stories that I've heard. And the only exception to that would seem to be the Legion. The Legion. Tony. Oh, there you go. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I put my finger over my camera.
Oh, sure. It's yeah, for sure. Smoking time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was saying yesterday, I was in on live stream yesterday. Yeah. Team leader is Ukrainian who can speak English, and that makes perfect sense, But I have Ukrainian friends and students who are technically officers in the Ukrainian army, but their training consisted of like 1 year of like every other Saturday they had to watch a PowerPoint video about the army. Oh, really? Orsa says, don't show your smoking. YouTube will ban the video. Really?
Oh, crap. I didn't know that.
Is that true? Ah, no. Don't worry. I'm not too. I mean, you're silhouetted. We can't see you, Tony. You're silhouetted by the sun. Orsa says, he's only smoking cannabis. It's I'm joking. I know Tony doesn't smoke weed. He's not smoking cigarettes. He's smoking hot because all the women love him.
Oh shit.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'm gonna research that, Orsis. Thanks.
I put it out.
Well, I mean, you came outside to smoke, right? Be a shame.
Smoking house.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, we've been. I was online with. Wait, can you guys hear me? Okay. I just accidentally touched my microphone cable. Okay, I think everything's good. Isa said, so smoking a cigarette would get you get the vid banned in the US, while smoking weed would have that effect here. Yeah. In large parts of America, you can smoke weed wherever you want, but if you try to smoke a tobacco cigarette, they'll like kick you out of the place,
Yeah, that's weird, ain't it?
Yeah, it's California is a good example of that, Yeah.
Well, my thoughts on California, it should fall off.
That's well, I'm from California, and I kind of agree with you, actually. So I gotta admit. So right. So I've been talking about this with some of our guys who you and I know from the barracks, and I just have come to the realization that the International Legion is like, and I don't know what unit you're in, Orsis, but I don't think it's Legion. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the International Legion for the Defense of Ukraine is like basically being publicly mocked as like literally a joke, to quote people in the media. You know, like, and I was just thinking, like, there's so much potential, right, that was lost by letting the Legion turn into a disorganized shit show, a quagmire, basically. And I just wonder. I mean, you know, Ukraine needs to. They're talking about, you know, bringing on 500,000 people. You know, Ukrainians.
Yeah.
And
Saying that.
yeah. Okay, so Orsis said he's 3rd Separated Assault Brigade, 2nd Storm Group. Okay, wow, that's a hell of a thing. So he's third Assault Brigade. Wow. Okay. So, I mean, my feeling is, like, what if the Legion needs a reboot? You know, I mean, I think that I don't know what the total number of foreigners in the Ukrainian army is, but it could be a lot higher. It could be a lot more. And if the Legion, as an organization, were promoted a lot more, you know, the International Legion, I think they could easily have 100,000 people. You know, the people who came in the beginning and and left because it was a mess, basically. And I mean, I get messages every day from people saying, "How can I join the Legion?" You know, and I understand that a lot of those guys can't and shouldn't, but if it was done right, it could be a real thing. I mean, the 500,000 Ukrainians, they're gonna need training. You know, why not take some of these people from America, people from Turkey, dudes from Europe and South America, wherever, you know, who want to come, and they're not coming for the money. We know that. We've learned that lesson, you know. But the people who believe in the cause, as it were. I mean, I don't know. I just think that you know, we need a reboot. The Legion needs a reboot, basically.
It needs to be overhauled. It needs to be what do you call it? Oh, I had a word. It needs to be
revamped, reorganized,
more structured.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that would be probably my restructure.
Yeah.
I mean, more structure instead of, you know, letting certain people dictate what is going to be done that day. The officers need to be like, hey, this is what we're going to do today. I know, because I know some of the officers there, they were just like, oh, well, you know, they had that, oh, well, attitude. Y'all do what y'all want.
Yeah, the Ukrainian officers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I mean, it's kind of like there was an outer shell of Ukrainian officers, and all that they were there for was to make sure that these foreigners didn't burn the place down.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically what it was about. Like, and then we had our own, you know, platoon commander, I guess you'd say, and you know, I had to keep in mind I had 3 different platoon commanders while I was there, because I came before you and left a little bit after you. So I saw different, and these platoon commanders, they were, foreigners who, the only difference was they got recruited a little bit early for the group that they were in, and they had some kind of rank. And they might be good, they might be bad, they might be terrible. We had a dude who was okay, but it could have been really bad. It could have been awful. Orsis just said at first Ukraine didn't check backgrounds, so many paintball players joined the army. Well, they're all dead now or ran away after the first fight. And then they talked really bad about everything. Yeah. But
I think that's what took me so long was getting in, is because they did background. Because it took me a while to get in.
yeah.
I mean, from the time I got out of the Legion until the time I was sitting on the front, it was a good month.
Really?
Month and a half. Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, I guess they're doing their job,
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's good that they're doing that. And I know that they're trying to do more background checking beforehand now. But still, everything that the Legion has, except for the guns, everything that the Legion has comes from charities and NGOs. So all the helmets, all the plate carriers, the plates, everything comes from charities in the Legion. Which kind of makes sense, because if Ukrainians are getting this stuff from other countries and they want to use it to help Ukrainians, and foreigners coming from other countries, and then we're taking, I don't know, the math is kind of weird, but the problem is, it's my understanding, is that the Legion doesn't have its own vehicles, doesn't have so there are no like Orsis said, he's a lieutenant because he can speak Russian, but in the Legion all the commanders are Ukrainian. And it just seems like, and I mean, I know last year there were several commanders in the Legion, at least 3 that I know of, possibly 4, who were investigated by the SBU. I don't know exactly what came of it, but the Legionnaires were complaining about them as being corrupt, and I have this feeling that the Legion is kind of like the bastard stepchild, the redheaded stepchild of the art.
But you still got to acknowledge some of the people.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why, and it's just such a lost potential. You know what I mean? Such a lost potential. I don't know, and now. Now they want to recruit 500,000 more Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians are like, hell no. Well, not all of them, but some of them, they're like, I don't know, man.
Well, put it this way, if in America, if there was a war going on and somebody didn't want to help defend their country, me personally, go ahead, leave.
Yeah.
You're not wanted to.
Yeah. Well, a lot of those people have left Ukraine, and there's going to be repercussions for those people, who left and then didn't help.
I mean, I understand if you got a family to a certain extent, but how many other people on the front line has families?
Most of them.
So they are risking their lives not only to protect their families, but the families of the people who refuse to fight.
Right.
Or just left because they didn't
Yeah.
I'll tell you what they need to do. They need to get the southeast of the United States down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they need to do. The whole South.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. They'll be coming up with all kind of weapons that they're like, man, what the fuck is this?
bunch of jerry-rigged freaking whatever hick ass shit, welded together. I mean, yeah, no. When I see a lot of Ukrainian like technicals and every other thing, I'm like, yeah, that I've seen that kind of stuff before. We got those people here. Some of those folks are friends of mine.
I tell who done this by the whales.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think, I feel like Zelensky basically announced, hey, we're going to start the International Legion, and I feel like the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine was like, what the hell? We're doing what? And it kind of stayed like that.
He was trying to get out everybody that he could.
Yeah.
And, that's what he got. He got some bad apples with the good apples.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's everywhere.
Yep. Yes, indeedy. Well, so I wanted to talk, and I wanted to talk about something today, and I sent you some links, but I think I want to wait until next week. I want to talk about, back when all that first started, there were all these crazy Facebook groups popping up with, let's see if I can find some of them. And I don't want to, because we've already done an hour, and I'm switching my sleep schedule around. I'm going to start waking up super early, and I'm going to start after Christmas. I'm going to start live streaming at 4 o'clock in the morning here, so it'll be 9 p.m. your time during the week. So this, by the way, is the Facebook group for this channel. It has a long name, but there it is. And then we have things like the International Legion for the Defense of Ukraine. They have a Facebook channel. There's another one that I don't know if it's legit or not, but then there's a bunch of these other ones that popped up right after the war started. And a lot of these I joined way back then because I was trying to figure out how to get into the Legion and how to fight and everything else. And I want to do kind of a review, like investigation of these, because like some of them are like no longer active. Some of them I think might be Russian, fake Russian trolls spreading misinformation, like this one I find very questionable. So yeah, maybe Tony, if over the week or something, if you want to take a look at these, I sent you links to them, and I will even post. I'll even post a link to our group or whatever. And I just want to talk about these things. One of the reasons why is because I get a lot of questions from some of these groups, people messaging me. They see I was in these groups like a year ago or something, and they message me, they find my message, and they're like, hey, are you in the Legion? Can you help me get to Ukraine? Stuff like that. And sometimes they're legit and sometimes they're not. So anyway, it'll be some... Yeah.
That'd be for next week.
Next week, yeah. No, it's too big of a topic. For today. We got enough. Oh, Orsis just said, Tony, do you think you can bring night vision because orcs changed tactics and now they are attacking at nighttime too?
Hold on 1 second.
By the way, while we're waiting on Tony, I just want to point out to everybody we're coming to the end of my stream here. I only do an hour for these. But so you can go to this website. It's whyukraine.myshopify.com, and you can buy stuff for soldiers. And like these tourniquets, they're gonna we've got 3 that have been ordered so far. And you can even, if you can't afford a full tourniquet, you don't have to pay $2,000. That's if you want to buy 40 of them. You could just buy one tourniquet, and I've set the price at 50 USD. And that's to include like shipping. I might reduce that price if I can find a cheaper, lower cost tourniquet on the regular. But you could also just pay like $1 towards a tourniquet, and if
I was looking up on Amazon and it was $77 for 10 of them.
Yeah, the question is, it's the quality is always the question, like, because there's these ones from like China that are fake, and they're just like for airsoft or cosplay or some shit like that, and. Yeah, that's the big risk. You got to be real careful. That's why I'm being so careful, because in the beginning of the war, a lot of countries and people went on Amazon and bought a bunch of tourniquets, and they were super cheap, and they all broke. As soon as you twist them, that plastic just fucking breaks. Oh, Orsis, here we got the night vision situation. Wow. Wait, when did you get this, man?
Last Sunday.
Holy shit, you didn't tell me? Oh my god, dude.
It was a Christmas present.
That's freaking rad. Well, okay, so what model is it? What kind is it? I'd say it's a monocular, right? Fuck, dude, you got to do some testing. Do some testing with it. Report back to us. Get out there at night and film your dog running around and stuff. And
yes, I have. It's all black and white. With an hour. 300 meters.
Cool. What's the delay? What's the delay on it? That's the question, right? Because if it's a digital night vision, and it looks like it might be digital, a lot of the digital ones are kind of like, if you're moving around a lot, it's a little choppy. By the way, and I want... Yeah.
It's crystal clear.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good to know.
You can move around and the trees look like regular trees.
Yeah.
They're not all distorted or anything.
Do you have any idea what it cost?
No.
No?
It was a Christmas present.
Wow. Well, if you could, find the model number or the whatever the product is and let me know. Because I'm always.
I sent it through Facebook.
Yeah, that's good. Because I'm always doing research on these things. Because eventually, on this website here, I'm gonna have night vision, so people can buy night vision for their, what I want to be able to do is have people in America be able to basically sponsor a unit on the front line.
I was about to say that. Just set up units. And be like, well, this is what this unit needs, and this unit,
right?
And then let the people pick what unit they want to contribute.
Exactly. Right now, it's all general. It's except for you. You've got a link on here on the website that's for you. Well, I can do the same thing for. Okay, so we want tourniquets for this unit, or we want a full kit for 5 guys in this unit. Ors's 3rd Assault Battalion, 2nd Brigade, 5th Company, whatever it is. We can get down to that level of detail. So people can literally sponsor, like they're sponsoring a kids' softball team,
Yeah, that's true.
That's the kind of thing I'm going for here with this. And we're gonna see. It's scary. It's scary to do this. I'm actually more scared of doing this shit than I am of holding a gun in a trench and being in a firefight, to be honest with you. This shit scares the crap out of me. But I'm like, fuck it. I'm doing it, man. So anyway, so the newest thing I've got on here is I put the newest thing I've got on here is I've got socks, so people can buy socks for soldiers, and that's, if you go back in the live stream, you can see I kind of showed off some of these socks. These are all wool socks. I've got like big ones. Yeah, Orsis, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I want to do. Orsis said, support your favorite squad. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. And different YouTube channels could do this. I mean, I set up this Shopify. It took some... Bye, Shere Khan. Thanks for coming. I set up the Shopify. There's no reason we couldn't... Other YouTube channels, other venues couldn't do that. So, anyway, so these socks are going out this week, and they're going to go to the Legion. But I'll tell you right now, Orsis, that if you tell me, hey, my guys need socks or my guys need tourniquets, well, we already talked about it. I don't need to beat that horse. The other thing I got on here is, and this is a limited time. I can't guarantee this is going to be forever. So this is rain gear, okay? And this is secondhand. So right here where I happen to live in Ukraine, there's a bunch of these secondhand shops, and they get all this like NATO military gear. It's hit or miss though. It's catch as catch can. So like this is a rain jacket, waterproof rain jacket. Okay. From every different freaking army in NATO. Here I've got. This is a rain jacket with a hood and matching pants. So, and these are like, PVC rubber, like that. And these things, what they were telling me what our commander in the Legion was telling me, Tony, is nobody shows up with this stuff. And then, especially in training, you have to go out there and frickin' sit in a trench in the rain, And so, anyway, somebody already bought, like, some of this, like, or paid for some of this. I just go to the local, these local secondhand shops, and every time I'm in there, if I see any sort of military-grade rain gear, I buy it, I just buy it. And this week I'm going to send these along with the socks. I have a bunch of this stuff. I don't even know how much. So, anyway.
When I get down to Ukraine, I might have to come stay with you a day or two.
Yeah.
And you take me to the shops.
Yeah. Stay at a hotel near you. Yeah. Pick up some stuff. Orsis, it's a very good question. There are some rubber boots at the local shop here. They're size 43. They're knee-high rubber boots, big, solid, heavy ones with a really good sole. And I meant to buy them today, and I didn't do it. But I will go back there. Well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Christmas. But I'll go back there on Tuesday and pick them up. So, yeah. And I'm always on the lookout for rubber boots like that too. So.
All right, man. Well, this
Yep.
is about time for me to go.
Yeah, me too. Thank you. Oh, I have my first Russian troll in my live stream. Cranberry Eater. Yeah. Yes, Orsis. Yeah, Fisher boots. Yes, anyway, Cranberry Eater is this guy's name. Hey, Cranberry Eater, go fuck yourself, dude. Actually, please, why don't you quit being a coward and join the Russian army? Because we have some beautiful gifts for you. They come in. All right. See you, Tony. Have a good one. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're a Russian troll. All right. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. Okay. Whatever, dude. We do not believe you. And let's see. How do I? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna put you in timeout. There you go. Timeout. Okay. Cranberry Eater is in timeout. I didn't even remove him. I just timed him out. Okay. Anyway, it's nice to. I don't get Russian trolls in my live streams usually. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming. I'm gonna go too. It's wonderful. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. It is Christmas Eve in the Catholic Christian lands. Yeah, right. Yeah, I hope he comes to visit. We have some special gifts for that guy. No, what? Okay, Isa asks, what sound does a disappearing troll make? Oh, Isa, please do tell. This is. I can't wait to hear. Yeah, thanks, Orsis. And I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. And since I'm a pagan, Yazichnik, I celebrate Yule. It's basically the same as Christmas. So I wish you all a blessed Yule. And Isa, please complete your joke because I can't wait to hear. Anyway, as we say here in Ukraine, do pobачення and Slava Ukraine.